I'm looking at the thumbnail right now, and I like the text, but it's just something wrong with it. You know, like you can't see it. You just can't see it, dude. That's what's wrong with it. Hold on, let me open up chat first. Hold on, sorry fellas. Up chat first. Audio's fine. New Year's early bird gets the New Year's worm. Yeah, New Year's early bird does get the New Year's worm. I'm here. I'm doing this early, just so that I don't need to do anything for tomorrow. You know, because the New Year's early bird gets the New Year's worm. How do I make this thumbnail seeable? Oh wait, I have an idea. I have an idea. That's a little. It's a little better, but I mean, it's not like. It's a little better. It's a little better. All right, let me download this thumbnail. There we go. It's a little bit. I still hate the thumbnail. It's just the text. The text is what's bothering me right now. It's like, buddy, damn. I mean, the text looks good. You just can't see it. You just can't see it. That was angering me. Oh well, it's fine. It's okay. All right, what is up, everybody? Ooh, what's this? Oh wow, who made this thumbnail? Or sorry, who made this playlist? This Spotify playlist? Crazy ass playlist. I'm gonna ignore that honestly. I was gonna think about you playing music, but I've heard my like voice with the music before, and the music somehow always overpowers. And I think that's on purpose. That's by design with this microphone. I mean, we could test it, I guess. Test the waters here. Why not? Damn. All right, audio check. Hopefully not. Hopefully my voice isn't overpowered by the New Year's joy. Here, rewind. Let's hear myself. Damn it! Rewind. My voice isn't overpowered. That doesn't sound overpowered at all. Perfect. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The New Year's is upon us soon. And if you don't celebrate it, that's okay. Alright? Because you don't need to celebrate the New Year's for there to be a new year, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's truth. That's just truth right there. Alright, so I just want to talk to you guys about something, about how I've been feeling this year because, well, it's the New Year's, right? So I might as well. I thought, might as well just stream it. It'd be perfect. So, well, you know. Yeah, I'm just here to talk. First, once again, I would like to thank all of you guys for your support. You know, once the channel growth, once I started doing Elden Ring, was like borderline unseen before by myself. You know, and seeing that growth, well, it made me happy to say the least. But not just like the growth in like the subscribers wise or views, but like community growth. You know, I've met some fantastic fellas uh, on our journey here. You know, and I feel like I like to think we've had fun. I like to think we did have fun in the New Year's. But, maybe we didn't at all. Maybe you hated this entire year with me, which I think would be very funny, honestly. So, what are like the major personal achievements and milestones that you've made it throughout the year in your life? I mean, for me, it's just getting past another semester of, or just more, just getting through college. A year has encompassed so much. I realize now, like so much has happened in one year. So it's like, it's not just college. I did so much in college. It wasn't just a semester. And I've been getting decently well there. I've, I financially, I struggle. There's no doubt about that. You know, but even through those struggles, I still managed to keep going, and I think that's important for not just me, but for anybody who's struggling in one way or another. It's not even doesn't have to deal with school or a job or damn, it doesn't even have to do with life. If you're struggling inside mentally, just keep going, because there's nothing. There truly is nothing left for you if you stop going. If you don't keep pushing forward. So keep pushing forward. All right. I don't want to see no babies now. All right, no quitting on me. Well, yeah, that's just my advice there. I think some of the most memorable things to happen in my life was just hanging out with my friends. I find myself sort of drifting away socially from people ever since college started. You know, I even struggle to communicate with friends online sometimes, like, because since I barely even see them in person now, you know, ever since high school ended. I still struggle to keep up communications with everybody, and that's still something I lack. That's something I've always lacked, you know. But I feel like I'm doing a little bit better communicating with people, anyways. The people I know, my friends and family, and all that. Yeah, I think one of the biggest things to happen, though, was celebrating my friend's birthday. And I know it seems so tiny, right? But everyone was there for the most part, and we just enjoyed ourselves, really. you know, as best as we could, and we really did enjoy ourselves. It was great. I think the 2024 was such a big year, in the sense that so much loss has happened for me. Yeah, I don't really talk about this much with anybody, period. But my grandfather died not too long ago. And yeah, I don't know. I still don't quite know how to feel about it. He wasn't exactly like a very present force in my life, but he was a little bit when I was a kid. My father would always take me and my brother to go visit him, and then him, he and my father would just talk for hours upon hours while me and my brother just sat beside them, you know, waiting for it to end and we can go home, right? And then my grandfather was like, he was somewhere else entirely for the longest time. He was basically missing. But then when my father found him, my grandfather was bedridden. He was in hospice, and I was invited to visit him in hospice. So, through my grandfather and I, it was an interesting experience seeing someone like that. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was. It was something about it. You know, I wouldn't say that it was like scary or horrifying. It was very much more like it was something. It was just something. Unsettling might be too much of a word, but I think unsettling is the closest to what I'm describing here. You know, I think it's too harsh of a word. And just my father standing next to me, talking to me, talking about how he does, he wouldn't want to end up like this, and if he ever does, for me to essentially pull the plug, so to speak. And it's kind of like the same thing with my mother as well. My mother wants that. It's like it's a very interesting thing, that they feel that way. Because I don't know if I maybe when I grow older, I'll feel that way. But if I was bedridden, I would like to keep fighting to hopefully go back to normal. But I understand, right? They're talking about old age here. When they become too old to live life without pain, the constant pain and suffering, mental and physical suffering. I get it. I just, as young as I am, I can't quite grasp it yet. I think all of it. Period. I mean. And yeah, COVID was also a thing. Obviously, it's 2024, so it wasn't exactly like the most prominent thing now as it was back then, but, it still kind of seemed to have affected me in the biggest ways possible. I lost one of my aunts, you know, and yeah, that was tough because I don't know what I was doing there. I really didn't. I was like out of place. I felt so displaced back then. I wasn't even feeling sadness because the most messed up part about it was like when like for the funeral and everything leading up to it, they said, "Oh yeah, this person passed away." I'm like, "Oh, I don't remember who that is exactly." Right, but when I saw their face, I knew exactly who it was, and there was something heartbreaking about it, not being able to see them ever again. When they were about the same age as my mother. When my mother passes away early, what would I be left to do? I think about that sometimes because this year also was a big year for like car crashes. Interestingly enough, in the family, no one got too hurt or anything like that, thankfully. But still, one bad car crash and it'd be over. Oh, it'd be over essentially. It's like how would I deal with that? I don't know if I ever could. Yeah, there was just so much loss this year for me, and for everyone around me. I feel a bit guilty, to say the least. I feel a bit guilty this year. I know it's a weird thing to feel guilty. Like I don't know what I'm feeling guilty about. It's just there though. I I haven't been officially diagnosed yet, but but goddamn, every day I feel this constant pit in my stomach, in my heart, like I've done something wrong. Like guilt, right? And it's just like this weird anxiety within me that I never shook off. I mean, I used to work a part-time job when during high school, and for some reason that anxiety was so bad back then as well. And you can say, some people say, oh yeah, it was because of the job. It was your first time doing a job. I was fine for like the first couple of weeks, but suddenly it kept hitting me so hard when I was doing it. It was frightening, really, how much anxiety I had within me, and like it's still here. Like as I speak, I still feel anxious, like I've done something wrong, you know. Uh, listen, that's this whole year has been filled with anxiety for me. When they're really, when people always tell me there's, you don't really have no reason to be anxious for or stressed about, people, everyone around me saying you really don't have any reason to be like that, right? And I'm like, I guess you're right, but I still feel it. I still feel it. It's just the strangest thing, in my opinion. I really think it is the strangest thing. So hopefully next year something happens. I don't feel anxious, or at least as anxious before. That'd be that'd be very nice. But as it stands, this year has been a very anxious year for me. You know, and I wouldn't say I've really overcome any challenges this year. Unfortunately, except for school shit. But even then, that's like a prominent challenge. Like it's still a thing that looms over me. It's like, oh, will I even have enough money to continue classes when I graduate? What am I gonna do? Etc. etc. Am I even gonna be able to finish my shit? I don't fucking know, and it all kind of builds up in the background, right? And it it's just, it sucks. It sucks because at the same time I don't deserve to be the way I am. I don't deserve to be this lucky, and yet still complaining about such things when I listen to my friends talk, when I listen to family around me, and they all have their own problems. I have my own problems, but I always feel like their problems are so much important, right, than mine are. Like when I think about my problems, I'm like should I really be complaining when they're doing this? And my usual answer to this is like, it's okay to talk about your problems, no matter how tiny or big you think they are, but that's still a problem I'm trying to overcome. That idea that I have value, that I have worth in some aspects, and everybody else does as well. But as it stands this year, I'm feeling a little worthless, and some people say, "Oh, just you're kind, you're good, you're whatever, you're the greatest friend ever," or whatever. I thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you. I really do. All right, I do, and more than I can ever say, more than words can even pronounce. I appreciate you more than you can ever know. And it just, but in here, it doesn't help me. I'm not saying like your words are useless or anything. I do appreciate you. Me, myself, my mind, somewhere in my mind, it's just not connecting. I can, like, if I were to be like, oh yeah, I'm smart, I'm confident, I don't feel that way just because I said I am, no matter how prideful I might be sometimes about certain things. It is one big lie in a sense to kind of cheer myself up, and it doesn't even work. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. That's just me, though. That's just how I've been feeling this year. Yeah. Um, Yeah, this is all I've been feeling this whole year. But it's not all garbage, you know. I would say it's not always been. I have you. I have you. I have this, and I think that's really worth something. I've also been watching a bunch of shit recently. I recently watched most of Despicable Me. I haven't watched like the Gru movie or Minions or Despicable Me 4. I think maybe I haven't watched it. Maybe I have watched it actually. I don't think I did. Maybe I did actually. Shit. I don't know. But I tried watching that entire franchise. Yeah, the first movie, they should have really stopped at the first movie. um, yeah. So that I watched that. I watched a bunch of Dragon Ball. I stopped at Dragon Ball Z, and I stopped at the Saiyan arc because apparently filler is canon, but I skipped the filler, and now I'm a little mad at myself for skipping filler. This is the first time I ever tried it too, and I fell right, you know, I fell right into the trap of the people who always say skip filler. God damn it. I also finished watching the Diary of the Wimpy Kid franchise, except for the animated movies and the reboots. Reboot. Yeah, the reboots. I haven't watched those yet, but Diary of a Wimpy Kid still holds up, and all of the movies are fairly good. Like, you'd think, oh, as time goes on, the movies would be worse in some way or another. No, they're kind of equal in quality, and I would say Project Rules would be my favorite out of the movies. You know, I mean, maybe the last one they did where Greg is doing a whole lot of things in that last movie. But it's the one where he's trying to get with a girl, but failing. Oh wait, isn't that Project Rules? No, it's not Project Rules. Okay, I'm going crazy. That one would probably be the weakest one, though it was still, once again, it was still good. So I recommend watching that personally. Yeah, okay, it wasn't Project Rules. Okay. There's just so many movies and shows I watched recently. Invincible. I've watched Invincible season 1 and 2. Season 2 goes so hard, dude. My biggest problem with Invincible is like, and it's just a little bit of a big problem, is the fact that and this really angers me. It's the fact that Duplicate and I forgot the other guy's name, Abraham Lincoln guy. It's them. Duplicate, like, they ruined Duplicate's character in season 2. Like, she didn't have much of a character in season 1, but they butchered it in season 2, making her sort of a selfish character, faking her death. Right, faking her death is like, what the fuck, lady? Dude, that was a very traumatic looking ass death too. So it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's like, no, that's not cool. You traumatized your teammates just so that you can like get with a guy who's a billion years old and you're barely of age. It's like, okay, okay, buddy. Other than that, season 2 redeemed. I forgot her name. Amber? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Amber. Invincible Amber. Yeah, Amber. I would say Invincible season 2 redeemed Amber. I love Amber as a character. I love Mark Grayson as a character. Everyone was done perfectly except for the one fucking Duplicate, man. How do they always manage to do that? Same thing with season 1, man. Every character is beautiful, but then Amber sucks. Now here, every character is beautiful, except now Duplicate sucks. I mean, I doubt many people cared about Duplicate anyways, but still, still, it's like, what the fuck, you know. I watched Venom: The Last Dance. It's not as bad as everyone says it was. Probably not my favorite like movie out of the Venom trilogy. Venom, but then again, I haven't seen Venom 1 or 2 in a long time, So maybe that'll change. I might say that it. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen those movies in a billion years, dude. So Venom Last Dance was fun, you know. But that's about it for me. Oh yeah, I'm more on the Saiyan arc though for Dragon Ball Z. That's so, it was so good. It was everything about it was so good except for when I skipped filler, which I shouldn't have done. You know, everything about it was so good. Piccolo trying to mentor Gohan because he knows he might die in the Saiyan invasion. Um, Gohan basically being stronger than Goku was a little weird for me because he was stronger than Goku. Like period, he was just stronger than Goku. On like when Raditz like stole Gohan and Gohan was like mad and shit. I can't imagine. Weirdly enough, even though I watched the original Dragon Ball, right, and I've seen like Kid Goku beat up everyone in there in that show. It feels really different watching Gohan beat up Vegeta in the show, and he doesn't exactly mollywop Vegeta or anything. But I mean, he does like critically damage Raditz, though. So it's like, I just can't imagine them doing that. You know, these are fucking. They were hyping up the Saiyans so hard, and now like Gohan is casually throwing hands with them. It's like I don't know how to feel about that. You know. I still liked Gohan though in almost every aspect. Even when he was like cowardly, it's like it's okay, Gohan. I get it. We all get it. They're fucking Saiyans. They're insane. We get it, Gohan. You know. That fuck everybody who ever hated on Yamcha and clowned on Yamcha. They ruined his death scene for me. When he died, right? And he was just there on the floor, and it's like the classic meme. Oh shit, it's the classic meme of Yamcha on the floor like that. It's like, it had me laughing a little bit seeing it for the first time. But even though like everything around it is so sad and serious, and Yamcha is not even weak. Let's get this straight. The Z fighters are not weak, and that includes Yamcha. All right, these guys were crazy back then, okay? In the Z fighters, even if they're like super weak now compared to fucking I don't know, Beerus or some shit, whatever characters are out there now. They were so insane in Dragon Ball Z. At least in the Saiyan arc, they were still kind of crazy, you know. Like we had fucking even in the original Dragon Ball. All right, like let's go back to Yamcha. Yamcha faced off against the Mummy, and he had like the same aspects of a main character, a hero, as Goku, just as much as Kid Goku did back then and now, right? But yet people still hate on him for losing against the Mummy, even though he was still willing to fight tooth and nail against the Mummy. I mean, come on, how can you hate Yamcha for that? And it's like, oh, he's a joke character, right? I mean, everything in the original Dragon Ball was kind of like a joke thing, but then it took itself like half serious. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe it just seems like the creator of Dragon Ball just hates Yamcha or some shit. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, because Krillin gets a bunch of love here in Dragon Ball Z. You know, so clearly he loves Krillin, but hates Yamcha, and maybe Tien and Chaozu too. But it's fine, you know. If that's what he wants to do with his characters, I think it's fine. I just think, me personally, I would try to make sure that every character shines here. And I don't think Yamcha was fully, I think Yamcha was done so dirty that people only remember him for being weak. I mean, we gotta remember Yamcha had a move that struck Kami, right? Kami was supposed to like fight against Piccolo, right? And Kami is like equal to Piccolo in power, except for when Piccolo, got stronger, of course. And so Goku was like the only one who could beat him, right? That is something that happened, right? Piccolo just happened to be stronger than Kami, but you need to remember though that Kami was still kind of like the strongest character on the good side, at least, right? He was he was basically king. He was basically the King Kai before King Kai. You know, you know, right? And Yamcha had a move that actually was able to hit Kami. So I feel like that's impressive as fuck. And I'm pretty sure Yamcha was the first one to do a Kamehameha wave as well. He was the first one out of all of the other Z fighters, other than Goku, obviously, and Roshi, to be able to do a Kamehameha. Of course, Krillin was able to do it too, but Yamcha was the first one we were able to see him do, right? And against the Cybermen, right? The Cybermen were equal to Raditz. Raditz, my friend was talking about how Raditz is kind of a joke, right? But he's still a Super Saiyan, or not a Super Saiyan. He's just a Saiyan, whatever. He's still a Saiyan. All right, Goku and Piccolo struggled against this guy. All right, Piccolo and Goku, who trained for I think it was 8 years, I might be wrong there, who trained for years after their final fight against each other, were losing to Raditz. And the Cybermen were equal to power with Raditz, and the Z fighters were beating those Cybermen up. If that doesn't tell you how impressive Tien, Chiaotzu, Krillin, and fucking Yamcha were, I mean, I don't know what does. Going up against the Cybermen and winning. I genuinely believe, well, maybe not. This might be a bit of a stretch, but if the Z fighters didn't keep losing people like they did individually, if they all went up against what's the Baldy's name? Fuck. Nappa. And if they all went up against Nappa, they would damage him a bit more than they did in the actual, than what actually had turned out in the anime, And they were already damaging Nappa quite well, even if they weren't really hurting him all too much. They weren't really making too much progress, but he was scratched up, he was bleeding, right? And he almost got cut in half. He almost got cut in half too by Krillin. I mean, yeah, and I genuinely think Yamcha deserves credit. I know people trash on him and say, "Oh yeah, he's he's overconfident," and that's kind of the joke of the butt of the he's the butt of the joke because he's overconfident, right? But I mean, so are all the other characters in the anime, especially in the original Dragon Ball. They were all fairly confident, and so was Goku at some points. He was like, "Oh yeah, I trained as well." I mean, even in Dragon Ball Z, the Z fighters were super confident. They would at least be able to, fight off against the Saiyans until Goku arrived. At least at the very least, that's what they were confident about. And I think that that's pretty important in my opinion. That's something to recognize, honestly. I mean, I did so much shit in this year, but it's been a whole ass year, and I don't think I'm quite fully comprehending how much a year is, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta charge my phone here because I know I've clearly watched more shit, but I have it all documented on my phone. So Where in the world is my charger for my phone? God damn it. My phone's about to die. This is so sad, ladies and gentlemen. Happens to the best of us, but I'm like the worst of us when it comes to not charging shit. Even my laptop right now is about to die. Just to give you a little bit of a hint as to how bad I am with charging my shit. It is not great, ladies and gentlemen. It's not great at all. Okay, there we go. Hold on, I found it. Well, I think I found it. I swear I found it. Wasn't it under here? I swear it was under here. Oh my god, it's on the ground. Okay, I got it. Damn, had me doing a whole ass thing for this. Okay, I'm plugging it in as we speak, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. Yeah, I'm never gonna stop praising Yamcha unless Yamcha like really loses. I mean, come on now. I doubt it. Because I feel like Yamcha was just really dealt a bad hand. I mean, he defeated that Cyberman, okay? It's not his fault the Cyberman decided to like blow up. Okay. Like, it's literally not even a problem. They would have defeated all of the Cybermen. It would have not been a problem at all. Alright, for Yamcha either. Like, individually, each of the Z fighters could have defeated all of the Cybermen. So Yamcha could have done so too. But apparently, I guess he was just too confident and, let his guard down. Which is just a BS, in my opinion. Alright. Alright, I pulled up my phone. Now I gotta go to my archive. Hello, archive. What have I been doing this whole last year, huh? A whole lot of nothing or what? Maybe. Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff in my archive. Holy moly. Damn, we gotta go all the way back to January? Shit, that's so far away. Oh my god, that's crazy. I'm looking at the stuff right now. I was like, there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I get it. It's a whole ass year. It's still not quite processing. Okay, here we go. So on January 2nd, I watched The Fly. And honestly, yeah, The Fly was a good movie. It was recommended to me by a good friend of mine. And I gave it a 9.8 out of 10. I really did expect it to be like a lame horror movie. I was sorely proved wrong. Or I was proved wrong. Also, my phone died anyways. I charged it and my phone still died. Now I'm mad. Can I go to my archive here on my computer? I doubt it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I doubt it. Unless. Oh, hold on. Oh no, that doesn't say anything. My activity. No, that wouldn't do anything. Oh, no, account history? Oh, no, that doesn't mean anything either. Damn. You tell me that there's nothing I could do? Surely. Go to settings. History? No. Story replies. You have my story replies, but you don't have my stories? Come on now. This is insane. That's crazy. It actually has everything except stories. It literally has everything except story archive. What are the chances of that? Well, you know what? I'm turning my phone on, even though it's at 1% again. I don't care. I gotta have access. I completely forgot that I watched The Fly, dude. Holy shit! 2024 was so long ago. The Fly, dude. That's insane. Like, I think I just started college too back then. Right? 1 year? No way. I feel like it almost makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. College went by so quickly, dude. And even though a year has passed, the year went by quickly. Like, I didn't even notice a year was passing. I just went through the motions of it, I guess, in a way. That's interesting. Wow. A year is so long, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually kind of crazy, if you think about it. Like, you could be doing anything in a year. Like, when the year starts, you could be fucking, I don't know, selling lemonades, right? selling lemonade at a lemon shop or something. I don't know. Selling lemonade at the start of the year. Then by the end of the year, you like your lemonade store got fucking robbed. You got brain cancer and you're currently like 10 states away from where that lemonade store was originally. It's like, how the fuck, how how did we get here? How the fuck did we get here? What in the tarnation? Literally, how did we get here, ladies and gentlemen? How did the year just go by like this and no one noticed? That's what I need the answers to. Okay, I have my Instagram back up again because that's usually where I post all my shit, especially like movie shit. April, February, January. Here we go. Back in January. So yeah, apparently I watched that. And oh, I watched Silent Night. You know, the one where the guy gets like his throat cut by like a bullet, and he starts like taking the gangsters down because they killed his kid. Yeah, I gave that a 6.2, about the same as Venom. So that's interesting. And I don't think a single person even spoke in that movie, by the way. And the editing of the movie, I couldn't stand it. Oh shit! On January 6th, I've beat Armored Core 6. That's crazy. Armored Core 6. I mean, if that doesn't tell you how long ago how long this year's been, I mean, there you go. I played Armored Core 6 and beat it on January 6th. Kind of crazy, actually. Still, honestly, probably the best game ever. One of the best games ever. And I should play that again eventually, someday. I really want to play that again now. Holy shit. Punch Drunk Love. The same person who recommended me The Fly recommended Punch Drunk Love. And I gave it a 9.6 out of 10. It's a very interesting movie because Adam Sandler plays actually a serious role in this movie. Though I guess it's kind of like a semi-comedy. It's a very interesting movie to watch. You know, a lot of things happen in it. It's strange. It's like a rom-com, but it's not like the most obvious rom-com in the world. You know, it's like subtle, but also it's like, what's the word? It's like super original in almost every aspect. You know, it's so interesting to me. Oh shit, really? On January 9th, I watched Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving horror movie. I gave it a 3.6 out of 10. That's crazy. I watched Rango, though, on January 9th. I gave it a 9.3 out of 10. Very solid movie. Very, very solid movie. Oh, and then I watched just Django Unchained. I was watching a lot of. I had a Western phase, honestly. I was like, I need more Western movies in my life, so I watched Django Unchained, and I gave that an 8.2. Honestly, very fun movie to watch. Oh shit. Okay, so The Family Plan. If you guys don't know what The Family Plan is, it's a movie about this father who's secretly like a secret agent, right? He's a secret agent. And I gave it a 0 out of 10 because of Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg stars as the father. And if you guys don't know about Mark Wahlberg, look up what he did as a youngster. It's pretty interesting. And I've been told, but he's older now. He doesn't do that stuff. It's like the stuff he did when he was younger, you know, it was kind of crazy. And then people still tell me, he's like, oh, but you were, you know, you're still young and you do crazy shit. I don't remember being anything like that. I still don't do anything like that. And I don't think I ever will do anything like that. So, you know. Yeah. Oh, also because of Valkyrae. Valkyrae was also, if you guys don't know who Valkyrae is, it's a streamer. She was in the movie for some reason. And yeah, 0 out of 10 for both of those people. The Bee Movie. I rewatched The Bee Movie. It was a lot longer than I remembered. It was kind of a slog to watch through. Still, though, a 7 out of 10, probably because of nostalgia. Oh, then I watched Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, which was it was a very well animated, very entertaining movie. I gave that a 7.8 out of 10. Yeah, honestly, it was very good. Oh, I watched A Fistful of Dollars. I remember now. Yeah, I gave that an 8 out of 10. A Fistful of Dollars with Clint Eastwood. Honestly, I like the other movie better. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, I think. This one also had its charms, though. This one also had a lot of charms to it. Honestly, I just like Western shit. I'll be honest with you, fellas. Okay, Lightyear. I watched on January 13th. Lightyear was not as bad as people said it was when it came out. Honestly, it is an 8.2 out of 10. It's a very solid movie. Barbie. It was a very silly movie. A little silly. But I kind of liked it. 8.5 out of 10 for me, honestly. It's a little goofy near the end. Like, I didn't like the ending very much. But still, it's an alright movie. Godzilla, 8.7 out of 10. I swear I don't remember watching this movie. I recently heard about like the movie earlier, because of the Halo jump scene, and I'm all like, oh shit, I should watch this movie because someone recommended it to me. Apparently, I did watch this movie, so I'm a dumbass. Yeah, Halo jump scene was pretty good. 8.7 out of 10. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. They literally travel back in time in this movie, if I remember correctly. They literally travel back in time, and like I think Roman shit is going on or something, right? So that's a 6.8 out of 10. It was okay. Okay, Mission Impossible. Okay, hear me out, fellas. All right, cut the music, fellas. Hear me out. Mission Impossible. It gets a 6.8 out of 10. Which, you're like, okay, that rating, it kind of makes sense. Maybe a little high, right? Right. And what I put for the description here is Mission Impossible, more like I'm sleepable. More like Mission I'm sleeping. Tom Hanks, more like Tom sleeps. Sleep Hanks. That's what I put down. Also, there was this lady. She's a villain in the movie. There's this lady in the movie, and she's a villain. She has blonde hair, and I think she kind of saves someone. I think she saves somebody near the end of the movie. Something happens near the end of the movie in which she does something to redeem herself. It's a blonde-haired lady, Asian blonde-haired lady, and oh my god, I'm in love, ladies and gentlemen. I've never usually had celebrity crushes before, or like fictional crushes before. This lady, oh my lord. Oh my lord. Also, I don't know why I typed in Tom Hanks for that. I don't think Tom Hanks is in Mission Impossible. I think I was confusing it for, hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure Tom Hanks is not in this movie. Yeah, I don't know why it said Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is not in Mission Impossible. So that's really funny. But honestly, I give the movie a 10 out of 10 just because of the baddie in there. Rebel Moon Part 1. A 6 out of... Apparently I gave it a 6 out of 0. I probably meant to put 10, but it's okay. Wasted characters, okay plot, and yeah, Zack Snyder really loves his slow motion. It's basically Star Wars, except without the lightsabers. Okay, this one is interesting. Joaquin Phoenix's movie. Well, I don't think it's his movie, but he starred in the movie. Beau is Afraid. Beau is Afraid is such an interesting movie because no one really talked about it, and then when I looked it up, some people did talk about it, and they were talking about how it's garbage, you know. And I kind of agree with that statement, even though I gave it a 9.3. That's a bit high, because I kind of agree with the statement that I'll just read what I said. It's the weirdest movie I've ever seen. It felt like something you'd see in 2010's indie games like Beginner's Guide or Fran Bow or Presentable Liberty. It has a story to tell, some message that goes beyond the media itself, though I have no clue what this movie's message was, though. I don't... It's crazy, because, the thing I wanted to talk about isn't even on the description that I put here. But I think the director of this movie tried too hard. Because this is the creator of Hereditary and Midsommar. And if you guys have seen Hereditary, everyone praises that movie for being like the best horror movie ever. And then Midsommar, people praise that movie for being a really good movie too. And I think the problem here with this movie, Beau is Afraid, I personally think the director, the creator of this movie, was trying too hard to recreate Hereditary and Midsommar, I guess. He was trying to, make lightning strike again, and I don't think he did it with this movie. The 9.3 is way too fucking high. In my personal opinion, that's really high, and I think the director was trying to do too much for too little. I think college started my love for Rockstar Punched energy drinks. Fruit Punch, to be specific. The Fruit Punch flavor. I don't usually like energy drinks. I think all energy drinks suck. And I think even Fruit Punch flavor is passable. But I think I've grown a sort of addiction to it ever since college started. So if you guys ever wanted to know my favorite energy drink of 2024, it's Rockstar Fruit Punch flavor. Okay, in this here, I apparently in 2024, January 23rd, I said that that apparently normal, ordinary Ruffles are the best chips. I think they're a little too salty, in my opinion. Now, if I'm like giving this a retrospect, too salty in my opinion. I think Hot Cheetos, just Hot Cheetos, not Hot Cheeto fries. Hot Cheetos are the best, in my opinion, the best chips. Honestly. They were my number 2 back then, but I think they're actually my number 1 now. Yeah, what's up, William? I'm just going through like the shit I was going through in 2024, honestly. So what has been happening to you, William, in 2024? I feel like I've talked about myself quite a lot. I would love to hear what's been going on, if you would like to share. I love the popcorn. Yeah, Hot Cheeto popcorn. I really am not a big fan of Hot Cheeto popcorn. Unfortunately not. I think Takis is also good. I'm also not a fan of Takis. I'll be honest with you. I think Takis are too sour. Look at that. I'm actually looking at my archive right now, and apparently I said that I have a love-hate relationship with Takis. So that's kind of perfect timing there. I don't know. I've been saving money for a PC. Oh, I think I've heard you say something about that for a while. Well, I hope you get enough money for a PC. A 4070 graphics card. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know anything about PCs, honestly. So you can tell me anything about PCs, and I wouldn't have a clue. I'll be honest with you. I'll be real with you there. Apparently on January 24th, I said that Starbucks Vanilla Bean Like Starbucks vanilla bean flavor, I don't know what you would call it, is my favorite. Um, Honestly, yeah, I still like vanilla bean. So nothing's changed there. Finally. So the PC is like 10,000 KR, which is really like over $1,000. That is a lot of money to be saving up. Well, I believe in you, William. Don't you worry. All right, buddy. Don't give up. Oh, ew. On January 27th, I know exactly what this is. I got I got like chicken, like like the chicken you like microwave and it's like, "Oh, it's done." And then I fucking instead of breading, I used some goddamn fucking I think corn like cereal cornflakes to make like fried chicken and it was disgusting. I did this. I don't know why I did this. I just did it. Free will, I guess. God damn. Yeah, that's what I did on January 27th, fellas. I'm such a genius. Oh, yeah. So much shit was happening in my college for a year. It's actually kind of crazy. Honestly, honestly, like in my college, it was like villain of the week. Like I felt like I was goddamn Peter Parker, right, documenting it all, right, as there was like shit about like, oh, a professor apparently preyed on the students for more than a decade. What the fuck? And it's like, what the fuck? And then there was more shit came out, like, oh, the basketball team loves to like haze the newcomers, and I think one of the football players were peeing on like the field of the opposing team at some point. It's like it kept going. There was some weird thing going on at school every almost every week, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? And then there was like a giant protest camp. Literally, they set up camp in the middle of school to protest, and I was there. I was even there. It looked like one of those fucking camps you would see in the game, like the flame monk camps. It literally looked like one of the flame monk camps in Elden Ring, and it was just in the middle of school. Like, buddy, my problem with that protest is because no one's gonna notice it. It was like in the middle of nowhere in the school, and the school's kind of big, so no one was ever gonna notice that. Oh shit, Toby Keith passed away. Damn, on February 6th, I think. That's interesting. Damn. Cornflakes can be a good breading if you do it right. I disagree. I feel like I did it right, and I disagree. I think I messed up the chicken. Because I didn't have like raw chicken or anything. I just used the chicken that was like microwavable. So search up like Jagger chicken burger is made with cornflakes breading and tell me that doesn't look good. Alright, let's look it up. Jagger chicken. Mm, I couldn't say. I don't think I could say honestly. I mean, I'd probably eat it if it tastes good. I tasted the Jagger chicken burger. It tastes amazing. Yeah, it probably does taste good. I have no doubt about that. But I clearly fucked up my whatever I was doing. I've been playing a lot of VR in 2024. Super Hot was something I played a lot of. Not like on VR or anything. I don't have a VR headset, but I played a lot of Super Hot when it was available for me on the PlayStation. So on February 7th, I said to my fellow colleagues that I respect with the highest regard, stop going, uh-huh, yeah, okay, right, mm-hmm, oh, every time a teacher pauses on a sentence. So this was my pet peeve, right? Whenever a teacher would be all like discussing something, right, and some random ass student would be all like, oh yeah, uh-huh, yeah. It's like, wait, let the teacher finish their sentence, please. Like, you can nod your head, like that you're acknowledging what the teacher's saying, but goddamn, let them finish. Let them finish what they're saying. That was just a tiny bit of a pet peeve of mine. you know. I've been playing Resident Evil 4. VR is so good. I played like Resident Evil 4 for like 1 hour on stream, and apparently I never played it again after that, which is kind of funny. So I don't know about VR. If I would do, I would be so scared if I did Resident Evil 4. I don't know if you guys knew this. I'm a coward when it comes to Resident horror games. Period. So if I had a VR headset on me, it'd be over. I got fucking jump scared in fucking Super Hot VR when I did have I had access to a VR headset. I played Super Hot for like 24 hours, and then there's like that one jump scare where you're in the helicopter and like there's a red guy behind you, and when you turn around, ooh, yeah, I got jump scared there. The VR version is much better, and the normal version is so good. That says a lot. That's kind of crazy. That's that's crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I would have to play, I guess. I'm not entirely sure about that. I mean, you might be right. So on February 13th, I had a debate class, or it wasn't a debate class. It was just a class that had debate on that day. But it was a very fun day because it was a Greek debate, right? And the Greek question was, how do you justify Greek society? So like one of the things they did was, throwing away Greek babies if they are deformed, right? And we were assigned to defend that, while the other team was assigned to go against that. And I think my favorite part about the whole thing is that on the this is a little funny, maybe a little messed up, but on the other side of the team, there that was like against what they were doing in Greek society, ancient Greek society. There's the guy who had a deformity, and we still won. We still won. Ah, man, yeah. Debate is fun. But I feel like I could never be in like any debate shit and like the internet. Like if I were to debate with anyone else, I would lose or just not have fun because people get too mad or serious or angry when they debate in like I don't know what would I say, the real life, the internet. I don't know. You ever seen like debates and they're always just so mad? It's like, come on, man. It's a debate, not an argument. Though you are making arguments, you're not supposed to be rageful. And argument doesn't necessarily mean, oh yeah, you're mad or anything. But in the context that I'm using it in, yeah, it's not supposed to be about arguments. It's more of a debate than an argument when it comes to debates. But they have it twisted. Hey, careful there, William. You don't want to get like electronics in the bathtub. That'd be horrible. It'd be like something straight out of like fucking Final Destination. That'd be crazy. So apparently I gave Wonka an 8.5 out of 10, and this is my description for it. If you consider this and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie, Wonka might be the most realistic character ever. He got his ups and downs, his good moments, his bad moments, his weird and hard to understand moments, which sometimes makes him odd to be around. He's not perfect with his decisions, but to err is to human. That is apparently what I said. So I kind of gave the movie a chance because honestly, yeah, Wonka is not a perfect guy. And if you were to take this movie, Wonka and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory together, you would see this guy grow up and grow old to be this kind of weirdo. But he's having fun in his weird way. And yeah, he's flawed, he's odd, but he's just like any one of us, that Wonka. I joined Reddit a few days ago, and bro, they're all dumbasses. William, your first mistake was joining Reddit, buddy. Alright, I deleted my Reddit. Because everybody sucks. Everyone is so hateful for no reason. You gotta ask a question like, hey, where is Ronnie? Where's Ranny in Elden Ring? I can't find her anywhere. And they start dogging on you for no reason. Like, buddy, I'm asking a fair question, right? It just, yeah. They're so hateful. And they can't take jokes for the life of them. Like, if you were to tell a Redditor, hey, don't take this joke seriously, they'll die. They'll die. I don't like Wonkas because I don't like musicals. That's fair enough. I'm not the biggest fan of musicals. They're okay. Yeah, Reddit's so rude. You'll be like, where's Ronnie? And they'll say, up your ass. They literally would. Like, they would rather make the worst jokes in the world or be rude to you before actually answering your question. It's like that. It's actually just them joking and not answering your question, or them being rude and not answering your question. And I've had both interactions there, and it's just not fun. I gave Zack Snyder's 300 a 6 out of 10. And that movie made me realize, you know what? Zack Snyder was never a good director. Yeah, that's what I said, apparently. That's crazy. Oh, I started writing more in 2024. If you guys don't know, I've always been like a writer first. I've always been a writer first when it comes to things. And I've been writing a lot more in 2024 than I've ever have, and who knows how long, buddy. Who knows how long. I wish I could write more, but the shame this channel isn't a writing channel. Otherwise, you'd be getting a bunch of my writing shit. But I feel like writing in the modern age, like, I feel like the average audience would be like, writing is cringe. And I understand it. I understand completely. Whenever you think about writing on the internet, you think, oh, fan fiction or just like furry cringe shit, like, oh, the guy and the girl kissed and shit's like, buddy, cringe, holy moly. It's like, well, writing is more than that, but it's hard to get people to get past the fucking essays they had to write during school and past the cringe of the internet and just get into the heart of literature. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard to do that. It's very interesting. Reddit is like, imagine RDR2 community and Reddit. Like, RDR2 community is already rude enough. I actually did go to the Red Dead Redemption 2 community once, and I think I don't remember what I did there. I think I asked why the community was so weird or like so rude, and they're all like, buddy, they're perfectly fine. What are you talking about? I'm all like, I don't know. If you go to like TikTok or Instagram or whatever fucking platform, they're always rude, and they're like, oh yeah, but your first mistake was going there. It's like, buddy, you're on Reddit. That was like, we don't really have ground to stand on by saying going to Instagram or TikTok is worse than going to Reddit of all things. The Vexbolt's mass unfollowing. Honestly, I think the Vexbolt's thing is very interesting. I think the Vexbolt's, because I remember back when I actually had like TikTok, basically before 2024, 2023 and a bit into 2024, Vex Bolts was like basically popular at some point, and then he was popular because no one really thought he was funny, and then he started using that his unfunniness as a joke in itself, but it doesn't really work. And now I've heard of this mass unfollowing meme. I don't quite know what that's about, but I think the downfall of Vex Bolts should be studied, because that guy had like one good joke, and then he just drove it into the ground. Oh yeah, I played a bunch of I played a bunch of like Majora's Mask, Zelda Majora's Mask. I didn't finish it because I think I just ran out of storage or something, something like that. Which is crazy because I think I basically just started that game too. Like I had just unlocked like the temple that's like in the jungle, and I feel like that was like the real beginning of the game, you know. But I was kind of stuck there as well. I had no clue what to do for the jungle. Honestly though, playing Majora's Mask was very fun. And like it was fun to like learn as you go. Like, oh, okay, so I need to do this and do this. Oh, I can save time by doing that and this. It's actually such a what a beautifully thought mechanic, It really is beautiful. Oh, I watched Rush Hour, and I gave the movies basically the same rating, 8.8. I gave Deadpool 2 an 8.8 as well. I gave Raising Cane's a 5 out of 10. If you guys don't know what Raising Cane's is, it's a chicken place for chicken finger area, I guess. I think it sucks, but everyone is like hypnotized by it and say they love it. It's really school. It's school. It's school lunch type food. Really, it's not that good. I don't know if the Indiana Jones game is good because I feel like it should be a third-person game. I don't know. It looks pretty good in first person, honestly. People have been saying it's entertaining, so yeah. Yeah, I haven't played it personally, but I mean, it does look a little fun, so, Kit Kats, by the way. Apparently, in March 21st, I said that Kit Kats were the only type of chocolate that I like. And the only type of wafer that I like. 8 out of 10. Which is kind of low, considering that they're the only chocolate and wafer that I like. Kit Kats still go hard, though. I still love Kit Kats. Oh, I ate raw chicken. I ate raw chicken on April 11th. I said, I just got the stomach flu. Make sure your Sam's rotisserie chicken isn't raw. And I ate it. I remember I ate it on purpose, too. I'm like, yeah, it looks a little red, but it should be fine. Like a little pink. Should be fine, though. It was not a little pink. It was pink. It was heavily pink. And I ate that shit. Have you seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? I hate Miguel. He thinks he's the main character. Honestly, I don't hate Miguel as much as I dislike Gwen as a character. I watched a movie recently. I'm pretty sure I talked about this somewhere. Or maybe I was going to talk about it I swear I talked about it somewhere on stream. I don't like Gwen as a character. I think they butchered her character here. They made her seem very selfish and kind of not uncaring. Maybe uncaring is the word, but too harsh of a word for Gwen. For Miles, even though they built up such a relationship together, it seemed almost uncharacteristic of her to be the one keeping lies and secrets from her, from Miles. You think it could be anyone else, but I guess it just has to be her, and so they made it. So it was her. It had to be her, so it was her. And it was like, I don't think she would do that, though. Like, I get it, that's what they're supposed to do, but even at the end of the movie, I'm like, yeah, no, just because she's assembling the team again doesn't mean I'm gonna like her again. You know, it's cool. Last night I stayed up all night and beat Lego Lord of the Rings. Nice. What's your rating on that out of 10? Yeah, they made Gwen seem so evil, like the betrayal. Yeah, they did, honestly. Yeah, it's like, why? It's like, I don't know, it could have done something else, I feel like, but they got lazy, I think. They got lazy, and so since it had to be her, it was her for the betrayal, you know? Yeah, you know, I feel like, I don't know, maybe if they added like a new character that was that was in a different dimension, you know, they were like, oh, hey, I'm from a different dimension. And they kind of played the role of like, oh, yeah, they're actually just there to keep watch of Miles. And Gwen's trying to tell Miles, but that character's trying to stop her from telling Miles and everything. I think if there was just another character instead of Gwen, I think that would have been fine. And if there was some sort of redemption or something there for that character, some better done redemption than just, you know, packing it up in the end of the movie for that new character, I think that would work fairly better than what we were given for this movie. I did like the movie though, so I love the Punk Spider-Man. Yeah, rewatching the movie, I did like him more. I didn't really like him. Like, I didn't like care for him too much, but I didn't hate him or anything. But when I rewatched the movie, I'm like, oh, you know what? I do appreciate him more. Because he's at this very moment, he was actually like the most Spider-Man out of all of the fucking Spider-Man out there. Just because he wasn't exactly with the gang, you know? He was not with the crew. Because he knew the dog shit stuff they were doing. It's like, you know, okay, yeah. You know, like, he was actually more Spider-Man than fucking any of them there. Except for Miles. Miles was also better than all of them there. Which is crazy, right? You know, like, it's just crazy, well, you know, what they did. They butchered every Spider-Man out there, dude. They literally did. Especially, like, Spectacular Spider-Man. Because he was also there, and he was also like, yeah, Miles, you gotta listen to Miguel. It's like, buddy, I don't think Spectacular would do that. And a lot of people have said that as well. It's very interesting. I loved the Punk Spider-Man because the way he showed Miles to get out of the prison, like, by using his whole hands instead of his fingers. Yeah, that was a good callback. Honestly, yeah. So I did like him more now than ever. than before, you know. O.J. Simpson died, apparently. He died at 76 this year. If that doesn't tell you how long of a year it's been, I feel like this will. I mean, like, this, nothing will. Nothing will tell you if this doesn't tell you how long of a year it's been. O.J. Simpson died this year. That's crazy. Have you seen The Boys season 4? I still haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I've heard it's bad. I've even seen like a video talking about how like the entire show is bad, which I think that's a very interesting take. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch the video because it's a bit negative Nancy, honestly. To say that the entire show is bad, I just don't quite agree with that. I just don't like watching shit that disagrees with me. It's just gonna make me like in a bad mood, you know. But you know, to each their own type shit. The hate on season 4 is so forced. Some of it is forced because they're like, oh, I've seen a lot of people on Instagram, and of course it's Instagram, say, oh, it's so woke. Like, buddy, have you seen the rest of the show? You know. On April 28th, I posted a picture of me with my dad, and I said, bro finally came back with the milk. I don't know, that's crazy. I don't know why I did that, but I did that, I guess. I think God of War 4 is boring, but I love God of War 3, 2, and 1. I think God of War 4 is fine. Yeah, that's about it. I think it's fine. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's good. I wouldn't call it boring though. I think that's a bit much. Damn, in 2024, my friend, who's like a U.S. airman, he was still here. Now he's not here. That's a little sad. Um, but he was here, but now he's not. um, that is a little sad. Shit. Do you sometimes just get like flashbacks of dumb things you did, and you're like, ah, why did I do that? I sometimes do, yeah. But you know, you just need to learn to let go of those things because those things can weigh down on you a little bit, and you're like, ah, why did I do that? I was so cringe back then, or whatever. It's like, buddy, you were like younger back then. Now you're older and you know better. You know, like you've learned clearly if you're thinking back at it, back then. You know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. I was at a funeral some days ago. I didn't personally know him, but still sad regardless of me knowing him or not. Yeah, funerals are just sad, dude. I haven't been to many in my life, but I feel like I've been in too many as well. I feel like I've been in too many in my life, especially this year. This year has really been a year of loss for me. I talked about it earlier. It's been really just sad, you know, because it's just really life is actually just not the same with some of these people around, even if you don't quite know the impact yet, you know. Because it affects your families, your friends. Sometimes it's like things just change when people die. It's very sad. Oh, I gave Bleach the Thousand Year Blood War a 9.5 out of 10. I think this was just part one, and part two maybe, but not part three. I haven't seen part three yet, so so don't ask me about it. I haven't seen part three yet. Oh, on June, I went on a road trip with my friend. This is like the first time I've ever brought a friend along for a road trip, so this was very cool. Honestly, having him around with like other family members, it was very nice. Honestly, he's just there, and we talked a lot. Honestly, and man, I wish we talked more like that. But I guess it's just a thing when you're not in the with them in person. You're not able to talk to them about things you would like to talk to them about. What I'm saying is, I need to touch grass more, ladies and gentlemen. My dad. If you guys don't know, my dad and my mom divorced, and I haven't really. He hasn't really been around for since who knows how many years at this point. 5+ years. Holy moly. Maybe even probably actually even more than that. But when he is around, it's like, yeah, he's there. He treats me nice, but it's like, I don't know. It's strange. Sometimes it's awkward because I feel like I'm like the only person on his corner. And I think that is the case actually. Period. Yeah, I wish I could talk to him more. I just saw the cringiest speed date video where the girl asked, "Do you watch porn?" and he said yes. Regardless if you do, don't you say that on a date like he said it proudly. Oh, I mean, I don't know. He's being truthful, so yeah, you know. I don't know. That's his choice if he wants to say it out loud or not. You know, at least he's being truthful about it. You sometimes lay on the pillow and there's a feather sticking out. It annoys me so much. They're not really. I've never really. I don't think I have feathered pillows. I'll be honest with you. Or at least open feathered pillows, you know. On June 28th, and then basically around my birthday, June 28th, I got Shadow of the Erdtree. Better late than never, I guess, since it came out in October, and now it's June. That is super late, actually. Holy shit. Ooh, I gave Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate a 3 out of 10. Not as bad as people say it is, but it is definitely atrocious how they made this movie for a quick cash grab when Megamind was getting the recognition it deserved. July 20th is my birthday. Happy birthday, William. Ooh, I gave Deadpool 3 an 8.7 out of 10. Ooh, I think I tried the Whataburger birthday shake. I think that's what that is. I can't tell. And I gave that a 7 out of 10. In Megamind 2, there's no people in the background. Is that true? That's interesting. I never knew that. Have you seen The Wild Robot? I have no clue what that is. Okay, I found my Invincible 2 Season 2 commentary. I gave it a 9.6 out of 10, and I said all of the characters except Duplicate were improved massively. Every story beat had me feeling emotional. The animation for the fights were amazing. Most of the story arcs, except for Duplicates, were amazingly executed, and I wasn't bored for any of them. Episode 3, 5, and 8 were the best in my opinion. Immortal, that's his name, Immortal. Okay, that makes sense. Immortal and Duplicate dynamic is super weird, and their ending butchered her character, considering what Rex had to go through those episodes. Like, Rex fought literally limbs. I don't know, tooth and limb? What's the fucking saying? I think, isn't it tooth and limb? Tooth and limb. Yeah, it is tooth. I think it's tooth and limb. Yeah, literally Rex fought literally tooth and limb to defeat the evil ass fucking snake people just for Duplicate to fucking fake her death, right? And all the other teammate to almost die. She almost died. I'm surprised she didn't die. Honestly, I don't care that they died or didn't die. If they actually died, oh my god, that would have been the most insane episode ever. But the fact that they all lived, I'm perfectly happy with that, honestly. Wild Robot is amazing. It's a DreamWorks movie. I really loved it. Wild Robot. Oh, I skipped this movie because I I didn't really think about anything about it. I was just like, oh, just some random ass movie, because I didn't like see any shit about it, like any advertisements about Wild Robot. But when I saw it like on the website I watch movies on, it's like, oh, it's just a movie there, I guess. Season 3 of Invincible is out. Season 3 is out, but I haven't seen that one yet. I think it's out. No, it's not out, isn't it? It's just the trailer still, isn't it? I don't think it's out yet. I mean, it might be. Shit. Okay, on August 16th, I watched The Mousetrap, and I gave it a 5.2 out of 10. It's pretty fun. It treats itself as something not to be taken too seriously. Ending was kind of cool of how the characters actually beat the killer, but then it ruined itself as the killer then just cheated his own established rules and limits. A really bad end credit scene that set up a sequel with one of the characters whose personality is unlikable and makes no sense in connection to the killer. And the acting was very silly and fun though, so that's fine. So, I recently, this year, I read a book called Mexican Gothic. I gave it a 9.7 out of 10. Um, a week before that, I said I'm on the semi-final chapters, but they've absolutely disappointed me. But then the next week I said, ignore what I said last week. This book is easily a 9.7 out of 10. I must have been in Looneyville. I'd talk about everything I think about it, but it contains some dark concepts, and it's honestly worth more if you read it yourself. Yeah, I recommend if you are prepared for some really dark concepts, read Mexican Gothic. It's good. It's really good, and it's a very interesting commentary on women and Mexican women in like the 1900s. Nah, but you have to see The Wild Robot. Okay, I'll go see The Wild Robot. All right. What was the other thing you wanted me to see? I completely forgot to put that on like my list. Oh, here we go. I also read a book called In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado. This one also has a lot of dark topics, but I said this about it. I can't find it within myself to give a rating of someone's own personal life, real life events in which they had to deal with the trauma of an abusive relationship. But a 9.8 out of 10. I recommend it. What's the other thing? I don't remember. That's what I'm saying. You gotta tell me, because I don't remember. And if you don't remember, well, that's a problem. Because then I can't watch the other thing. Oh, you mean Lord of the Rings? Yeah, Lord of the Rings. That's what it was. The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Yeah, because I haven't watched those yet before in my life, ever. I watched the Parent Trap, and I gave that a 9 out of 10 on October 8th. I said the moment they both meet each other's parents hit me so hard in the gut. On October 11th, I played Brawl Stars again after 5 years. That was a big mistake. On October 13th, I recently hit 2,000 hours in Elden Ring. So that's pretty good. On October 15th, I watched Hangover Part 2 and The Hangover Part 3. I said, The Hangover 2, it's an 8 out of 10, pretty good sequel, not as good as the first, but no complaints. The Hangover 3, 7.5 out of 10. I hated the dynamic going on between Stu and Alan. I just hated Alan overall as a character in this movie. Yeah, Alan was not a good character in The Hangover 3. Really garbage, actually. Watch A Silent Voice. I watched that a long time ago. I don't know if I told you that. I think I did. But I did watch A Silent Voice a long time ago. On October 19th, I watched The Fall Guy. I gave that a 6.5 out of 10. A bit of a low rating because I did call it a fun movie. So the rating is a little low, but it's okay. On October 20th, I broke my laptop. That's funny. Oh, on 8.7 out of 10, I reviewed Tyler the Creator's new album. Chromatopia. Nope, Chromacopia. Yeah. I gave it an 8.7 out of 10. It starts off okay, but each song manages to outdo the previous, so that it turns out great. I think I was glazing a bit too much there. I didn't really like most of the songs, but I liked Balloon, which is supposed it's the only joke song in there. But I did like it, as you know. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm so whimsical, you know. On November 1st, I got my final paycheck from Whataburger. Remember, I was working at Whataburger like in it was 2022 at that point. So I just got my paycheck on my final one on November 1st this year, which I think is very funny. I beat Black Myth Wukong, new game +4. Nice. Oh, on November 1st, I watched the Joker 2. I said 5 out of 10, not very interesting in any way, except for one decent court scene, big fumble. On November 5th, I rated Dragon Ball, 9 out of 10. I love the dynamics between Goku and the other characters. I only wish the characters like Yamcha and Krillin were given more respect, and not fights that are meant to highlight the villain. They both have the traits of heroes, just like Goku, but are treated like cannon fodder. This vacation has me messing up my sleep schedule badly. It's like 4 a.m. and I ain't even tired. It's fine. It's okay. Ooh, on November 6th, I watched Transformers 1. It's an 8.7 out of 10. I wish the characters had more screen time with each other, but other than that, great movie. Ooh, then on November 7th, I watched Alien Romulus. I gave it an 8.4 out of 10. I loved everything about it. The opening is eerie, but the scene of Rain and Andy moving through this populated, busy planet, it felt full of life. A contrast to the spaceship full of death. I think they showed the alien too much and too many aliens, and I hate the alien human baby creature. On November 11th, I watched Terrifier 3. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I said surprisingly good movie. I love Sienna's freakouts, especially with the true crime podcast girl. They felt real. Art had his comedic moments, but I think the gore, while it doesn't take away from the movie, is both well done, but also a little bit too much. With that said, the death that got me the most was Aunt Jess, and it got me moving my fingers anxiously. I'm just disappointed that there's a cliffhanger. I think I'm just gonna stay up till I have to leave. Alright, I hear you, I got you. On November 17th, I beat Black Ops 6. I gave it a 6.7 out of 10. Harrow is such a good character in my opinion, but underutilized. I did like her scenes within her mind. It's just a shame that she just didn't overcome her demons in that moment until the very end, where I think the cradle cleared her mind. Speaking of the cradle, I don't like how it was used as a plot device in relation to Case. We're supposed to be a super soldier? Then why do I die in 2 shots from an enemy? I was on veteran difficulty. Other than that, I wish that Case had more choices that mattered, like saving Harrow or killing her, or telling people that he's an experiment and fighting against the Cradle in his system instead of the Cradle overcoming him every time. I always laugh at Art the Clown, he's so silly. It's actually crazy how fast Art got from a low budget movie to like an icon. True. On November 23rd, I watched Godzilla -1, and I said as crazy as it was seeing Godzilla absolutely wrecking everything, I really loved how they showcased Japan and its people and the veterans after the war. Have you played Spider-Man 2? I've never played Spider-Man 2. unfortunately. On November 30th, I finished Smiling Friends. William, you told me to watch Smiling. I've watched it. I gave it an 8.8 out of 10. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I laughed. That's what I wrote there for Smiling Friends. I do think people give it too much credit. Like I think it deserves its credit, but I think people kind of glaze it too much. Like some people say, "Oh yeah, this is the only good comedy," and or some shit. It's like, buddy, people just glorify it too much. It's like, okay, buddy. I watched it while eating Cheetos. Nice. Oh, hold on. On December 4th, here we go now. On December 4th, Spotify Wrapped came out. My top artists were Baby No Money, Yummy, Baby Gravy, the Persona soundtrack team, and Shihoko Hirata. And my top songs were ABC, ABC, it's funny, Octobre, Vending Machine, Something, The Perfect Pair, and Final Hours. Alright, we finally caught up to all of the shit I watched in 2024. Finally. Yeah, it's really not like the only good comedy out there, but I liked it. Yeah, I liked Smiling Friends too. I liked it a lot. Then I really, there were some things I didn't expect. I think once again, gore. I think the gore in the show, there's not really too much reasons for it other than it's unexpected. And I know I keep talking about how gore is useless in this shit, but they kind of are. They kind of are useless in Terrifier 3 and in Smiling Friends. They're used very uselessly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anyone else thinks that. That's just my opinion though. Watch Bridge Kids. Bridged Kids. It's on YouTube, and then you'll get the joke. The rap first joke. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay. I started like working out, but then I gave up. Yeah, I know, I'm so bad. It was with a friend too. We were doing so well for like a couple of weeks, but then like I just started not inviting him. I'm just saying, oh yeah, let's work out, but like separately. And then that's when I just started falling short. And I kind of hate myself for that. Maybe one day I'll be consistent with that shit. But right now, not even close. Alright, we can finally talk goals, ladies and gentlemen. What are our goals? What are our New Year's resolution? Shit, just, for me, I'll just keep it simple, alright? Anything could happen in the new year. But if I can find some love, if I can find some love out there, it'd be really appreciated. I'll tell you right now, for like my dating experience, there are like the people who have been talking to me, the ladies who have been talking to me, they are drier than the desert. But like, lady, if you're literally on a dating app looking for love as well, how can you be this dry? Like, you're not even trying. Even though this is literally the only reason you're on here is to try. It's so disappointing. It's so sad every time. Sorry, I need to leave. Love the stream. Never stop. Thank you, Willem. I appreciate you being here. So yeah, for the New Year's resolution, we'll keep it simple. Hopefully one day we'll find somebody to love and cherish. Honestly, yeah. I think that's about it for all I had to say anyways. Thank you all for watching. And I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. Alright? Like if you want to. Dislike if you want to. And subscribe if you want to. Okay? That is it for me. Peace, guys. Oh, wait, no, shit. No, we're not done. Fuck you, Brian. Shit. We're not done. We have to do the New Year's countdown, dummies. So that, you know, I could be like, oh yeah, it's New Year's, even though it's not New Year's. It's gonna be like, trust me, you'll understand when the thing happens, when the event occurs. Okay. All right, where do we go for this New Year's countdown? I don't really have a decent location. I'll be honest with you guys. Shit, what's like the most clock ass thing in this goddamn world? There's not really anything. Shit. Okay, we'll just look around the area here. Any clocks? Any clocks? Oh wait, hold on a minute. The two fingers. I mean, you know, I don't know. It's just an idea here. All right. Here. I'll look up New Year's countdown. Here we go. Pretend this is the 2024 countdown. Do I have Rapture? Yeah, I should have Rapture. There we go. A ring makes more sense. There you go. We have 34 seconds on the clock here, ladies and gentlemen, for New Year's. All right, pretend that this is the New Year's clock for 2024. Unless like the thing said unless the clock yells out, "Oh yeah, it's 2023." That'd be embarrassing. I hope not. Oh shit, we're already down to 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year's, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year's. Alright, and yeah, just Happy New Year's. It may not be a Happy New Year's for me, as of recording this, but it's definitely a Happy New Year's for you. And I wish you the best year of your life.